Hi guys, in this video I reveal 4 types of AI that can supercharge your business and also how you can use them. I want to quickly run through these types to give you that awareness of what they are, some working examples of them in the office, how to incorporate them into your automated solutions. And if you want to know more about them in detail, remember to subscribe and get notified on our AI for Noobs series, where I deep dive into each. Once you get a feel for how to use these AI, you can maximize productivity and make massive cost savings and future-proof your business and career, and be well on your way to becoming an intelligent automation expert. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and if you don't know me, I'm Tony from Lean IA, the Lean Intelligent Automation Company. I'm all about simplifying intelligent automation for professionals and business leaders like you who want to level up their knowledge so that you're empowered to optimize your business and discover new technologies in a lean and accelerated way. So number 1 is OCR, and that's optical character recognition. This allows computers to read text from images like a PDF or a scanned document or even a photo. OCR is probably the most used type of AI because we still have a lot of physical and virtual paperwork in the office. There's a lot of scanning, there's a lot of emails and attachments, invoices, contracts, but also there's text on the screen, an image that needs to be understood by a machine. So how this works with automation is, as you may know, automation, or RPA, Robotic Process Automation, has to have standard inputs, and an image is just scratches on a page. So you need the OCR to understand what the image is in text form, and then you can input that data from a scanned invoice, for example, into a web form via an automated process. OCR does sound amazing, but there are some things it can't do. When it comes to reading handwriting or even understanding misspellings, you're going to have to get something else involved. And that's where number 2 comes in. ICR is intelligent character recognition. It's like the love child between OCR and machine learning. It's able to understand handwriting by looking through a database of different ways that people can write different words and letters and how they fit together. And it can also decipher misspellings in some cases. So ICR can understand natural language, and you can train it on a database of different ways of letters and different words. And just like anything AI, the more you feed it with data, the more accurate it can become. So English language is generally the more accurate because there's just a lot more data out there. So let's take an example. Say your clients are inputting information into a web form. Then they might write their city is London, but they may spell it LONDNO. But then with a high amount of accuracy, the ICR can say, wait a minute, that must be London. And then it can progress, and then it can update the misspelling and carry on the process. The third AI to watch out for is chatbots. And I'm sure you've probably still used them. And if you're anything like me, yes, they are still a little bit annoying right now. But they're getting smarter. So normally they're on a website, but also you can use it inside the office as a help for new staff and to assist new staff in getting information. It's really good for new starters and training staff. So how a chatbot works in general is you ask it a question and it replies with an answer or a quick link or some information from a database. So what it does, it looks at the different keywords that's been used in a phrase. Simply put, it has some questions in its database and some relevant answers. And depending on what words and keywords, phrases and groups of words that you've used, it guesses the intent of your question. And seeing what intent you've asked matches with the intent in its questions list, and then it can feed you back the relevant answer. Or it could trigger an automated process to go and fetch some data and bring it back to you. For example, if you work in finance, a customer may ask you, who's my account manager? Or what's my balance? And the chatbot can be connected to any massive knowledge base or database, like your frequent asked questions. And by understanding the intent of the question being asked, either by the client or the staff member, it can go in, find that data on your database or your knowledge base or your frequently asked questions, and quickly pull back the information for your staff to answer the customer. Two general types of chatbots. You have silly chatbots, which are everywhere, where they just have a list of questions and answers in a table, and it guesses the question that you've asked links to the question in their database by looking at the intent of your question. And then it sends you the matching answer. And yes, half the time your question isn't in the database, and so you get the "sorry, I don't know, I'm directing you to an advisor" response. Yeah, I hate them. But then you have the smarter chatbots, or what's called conversational AI. A little bit like Siri or Alexa, but then they are even smarter than those, and they have massive databases, and they have really smart algorithms. And like I say, some are even smarter than what you and I use on a daily basis, where it can even remember the previous conversations that you had. It can understand context, and it can even see the location where you are, so it could better answer your question. Number 4 is NLP, not to be confused with heuristic. What is it? Not to be confused with neuro-linguistic programming. This is actually called natural language programming. And to be fair, it's probably involved in all types of AI. This is how we communicate with robots. This is how we communicate with computers, and how computers understand us. It's how computers can gain meaning from our natural language. And this is the smarts behind the chatbot, but it's not limited to just chatbots. If say you ask a question, natural language helps machines to find the intent of what you're asking by the words, the phrases, the order and closeness of different words, so that it can take instruction on what to do. Oh, real quick, let me know if you're getting any value from this by hitting that like button, and do go ahead to subscribe so you get notified of any new videos I release. Number 4 is machine learning, and this is probably what a lot of people think is actually AI. It's fairly mathematical how it works, but essentially it's how computers can think. But not only can computers think with machine learning, it actually gets smarter by learning from experience. It's the intelligence inside most of the AI. It finds patterns in large amounts of data and calculates probabilities to find answers. So there's 2 ways of how this works, and let's get some examples. So if you wanted to find if a patient had a specific illness, firstly you give the machine a lot of information on patients who do have the illness and a lot of patients who don't have the illness. Then it will find the different patterns. Then you can give the machine a new person, and then it can work out the probability that that person does or does not have the illness. That's really powerful in healthcare right now. Another way is if you want to categorize customers or recommend them with products. Maybe you don't know why people buy certain things, so you just chuck a lot of data on customers and their purchases over the last few years, and then let the machine work out the patterns and work out the cause and effect of why someone buys something. And then the machine can recommend the best products for new customers. And that sort of stuff is what's in movie recommendations. But if you're like me, you're probably scrolling for hours and don't really feel confident in the technology. But it's getting better. But seriously, as you can see, using one or even a combination of these technologies could have massive impact on your business, where you work, and supercharge your business. So thanks for watching this video, and if you're loving these videos, I'll love if you could tap this button and subscribe. If there was anything that resonated with you, any technology that you want to learn more about, put your thoughts in the comments below and I'll be sure to read them, and let's see if I can get some videos out for you in the near future. Alright, take care. Bye.